Welcome. Let's fuck with these. How's that? There we go. How's that? Can you hear me? Up a little? You like it?
Oh, we gotta.
Yeah, we went live tonight.
How about that?
A little louder, so the people online can hear you.
How about that? Oh. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? All right, well, welcome everybody. Welcome. It's Monday open mic. We do stand-up comedy, and then we follow that with an open mic music session. Enoch will be here in 20 or 30 minutes, I don't know, soon enough, to fulfill your musical desires. You guys got any musical desires? Just desires? Like sexual?
Asexual desires.
Asexual desires? Any other kind of desires, anybody? Anybody got a certain... All right. That's it, I guess. All right, well, have a good night, everybody. Thanks. No, we're going to do some jokes real quick here. But we're going to start the show as we typically do by giving a special shout out. Everybody, give it up for the lovely Christy behind the bar. Woo! She's back there putting out the drinks. We appreciate it so much. She puts up with us every week, and that means so much to us because we're pretty unbearable at times. So, and also, who's in the kitchen? Is it Jordan back there? Oh, give it up for Jordan in the kitchen, everybody. Woo! You don't clap, he'll spit right in your food. Now they'll probably spit it even if you do. Again.
That costs extra.
Ooh. Yeah, it depends on what, you gotta pay for those kind of kinks. But we're gonna do some jokes. I got some stuff in my notebook here. And you guys probably have some jokes to tell too. I noticed that some people have already signed up on the sign-up sheet that rests right over here on the table. But if you didn't know, there's a sign-up sheet that rests right here on the table. So feel free to sign up. It's free, it's fun, and you too can be a star. Oh boy, I know. So I'm gonna do some jokes. I've only done this set once before, so it's still pretty rough. But it's part 2 of last week's. I was gonna be like anybody here last week, better know the answer to that. It's just you weren't here either. It was just Nick.
I came later.
Yeah, you wanted to do it again. It was just Nick.
I went to the movie.
Me and Nick. That was it. Pretty quiet in here, but we had fun. No, Corey was here. We had some friends in the house, and it was a good time. We actually had a very good time. But I was the only solo performer, so I'm glad to see a couple more names on the list this week. So, but this is part 2 of the series, which was about it's about something close to my heart. If you know me, you know that I drive fucking beaters, shit boxes, real crappy fucking buckets, whatever you want to call them. These are my cars. So I figured I was going to talk about them. Last week I talked about the Jetta, because that's the one that spawned all the stories, but I have other shit boxes I can talk about too. So, I'll say a few things, here we go. Yeah, I've owned 9 cars in my life, legally, in my name. And of those 9, 5 of them I bought out of a yard, not running. Yard cars, I call them. Anybody bought a yard car before? I know you have, Nick, I know. Yeah, you drove one here, yeah, exactly. Actually, what I drove here is a yard car also. So, it's just, we've all done it. You buy a car out of a yard. Well, maybe we haven't all done it, but it's kind of fun. It's a gamble. So, I like to think, though, that I'm kind of like a yard car. I just talked about that last week. Like, I don't run, you know what I mean? Maybe run my mouth. That's about it, I'm probably likely to break down at any time. If you know me, I'm likely to break down probably later tonight. And also like a car from a yard. I'm old, I'm cheap, I look pretty beat up, Probably not worth the trouble, But, maybe somebody, I will admit that I'm very likely to leave you stranded somewhere in the middle of the night. That's something that you got to be careful with me. So, and if you combine all 9 of these cars, the purchase price on all 9 of the cars combined was $6,000. It's all I've spent on purchase. Like I talked about last week, though, there's been tens of thousands of dollars in parts and hundreds of hours of labor that I put in myself. So it's not all roses, I was going to say the first car that I ever owned legally was a Toyota Starlet that I got from my dad. And they're pretty cool if you don't know. It's kind of like the other thing with the Jetta, you know, the yard cars are cool if you're into weird shit, but to most people they just look like a piece of shit, you know what I mean? So the Starlet was one of those, and my dad gave it to me when he upgraded to a Geo Metro, which is weird that you would upgrade to a Geo Metro. That's like Kmart upgrading to Walmart, you know, which happened in this town. And then when it happens to you, you realize it's not really that much of an upgrade anyways, you know. I prefer the Kmart deli, it's much better. But, yeah, exactly, you know, Kmart's where it's at. So, but he got in that new car, so I took his old beater-ass car. It didn't run at the time, it was another yard car. And it also, this car reminded me of my relationships, you know. I never could get it to work right, you know what I mean? It just, something was up with it. And plus back then I didn't know anything about cars or women. You know, now I know a thing or two about cars. So that's a bonus. But, and also, to be honest, the yard cars are like relationships because, the Starlet specifically, because it's something, like a lot of this I learned by trying to fix broken ones. You know what I mean? Does that sound like relationship problems and car problems? That's how you learn, right? You fix the broken ones? I don't know. But anyway, I could never get that car running, like I said, so I sold it to some fucking guy for $200. It's like, what kind of dipshit buys a car that doesn't run? Fucking sold the car to this asshole. Came right away with that. That was good. But the next car, too, it was also an 84 Toyota, but it was a Supra. And those are really fun. Those are, if this car was the relationship car, it's the one that got away. It was the fast one, the fun one, the wild one, you know what I mean? And I miss that car all the time. I love that thing, you know? I wish I was still inside of her now. I know that sounds perverse. But it had power everything, sunroof, cruise control, which was cool shit back then. But all of it worked, you know? And that also reminded me with the old car. It's like, yeah, it's old, but everything works at least, you know what I mean? I used to have this joke where I'd tell women, I'd be like, my dick works, but my power steering doesn't. So you really got to jerk the wheel if you want to fucking get anywhere, you know? Power steering problem. So, but, so unfortunately though, the Supra had a sad ending. My wife was driving it. She dropped me off at the Bushwhacker, REP Bushwhacker for anybody that remembers. And she was dropping me off there, and we were pulling in right in front of Frugal's, and this kid was pulling from the Bushwhacker parking lot into the Frugal's lot, and he was looking back at the RVs, and he just was coming straight for us. And I was even like, in the passenger seat, I was like, hey! Fucking yelled at him. And he fucking looked over just in time to watch himself T-bone the car. And he T-boned the driver door, the window was down. He got the front and rear quarter panels. He pushed us into a rock in the parking lot. So the car was totaled. He completely totaled the car, you know. But the problem with it was years later, I saw him because I was dating this gal, and he had the hots for her. And I was like, oh, I remember you. And he's like, oh, yeah, I remember you. You're that guy that crashed into me all those years ago. And I was like, fucking full stop, bud. Like, slow down. Like you should have that day. You've been telling people for 10 fucking years that I crashed into you? And he's like, well, yeah, I mean, I don't remember that well. I was high. I was like, you don't even remember it was my wife that was driving. Like, he doesn't know what the hell was going on, you know? So, that was weird. I was just mad that he was telling people all these fucking stories. It was weird, too, because he was like a pretty well-liked guy in the community. And I'm like, these guys don't know anything about who he really is, though. He's fucking telling them these sugar-coated stories, you know? 10 fucking years of this. So, I miss the Supra, though. I miss that car a lot. Any of you guys miss a car? You had one that got away? Anybody? What, Caroline, was the one you liked?
That 1990 Mercedes 190E.
Mercedes? Only 190, though?
Yellow interior.
You're a classy gal. You probably like the Mercedes, huh? Does it?
Oh, it was in the
leather.
1990s, though? That sucks. Damn, terrible year.
I know, chopped your dreams right down. I know. Remember that car you love? Well, that thing was a real piece of shit. We wouldn't say that.
The worst year.
That's not exactly what we're going for here. But I wanted to go from the car I liked to the shittiest of the shitties. The first car that I spent a lot of time in was a Mazda B2200 pickup. I bought it for like $800 or so. And it was a big mistake to buy it because it was like, it had needed a lot of work, like really bad. And it was a mistake to buy, but if you know me, you know I make a lot of mistakes. Usually I'll be like, ladies, I'm looking to make another mistake. That's how I first wrote the joke, though. But then later I realized that it was the woman that would have to make the mistake. You know what I mean? So I had to retool the joke. So I'll get it right one of these days. But this trunk would burn so much oil that when you start it up every time after sat for like 2 or 3 hours, it would blow this cloud of smoke out that would envelop the entire truck. And when you're sitting in the truck, you can't see anything anywhere except smoke. And you keep the windows up, motherfucker. Do not let that shit come inside. It was that bad. And even when I was working at the Bushwhacker, the sheriff pulled in, and he's all, whoop, whoop, get out of your car, man, it's on fire, what the hell? And I had to get out and tell him embarrassed that it does this every time I start it, So that happened twice, actually. More than once. So that was fun. Good experience with that thing, though. But after it stopped blowing smoke, though, it ran great. I even drove it to Claylock one time, burned 3 quarts of oil on the way there and back. So clearly I'm sure it's in a scrapyard somewhere now. I'd say my wife always had nicer cars than me. She only had 1-yard car, which we bought. It was a Nissan Sentra we bought for $450. And it didn't burn any oil. It just would drip it. So it would drip it. You'd have to put like a quart a month in this thing. But it would always be perfectly yellow. Like it looked like brand new oil because it would just, drip out as fast as you could put it in. And after you put the oil in, dude, this thing was a monster. We would just smash I-5 for hours, just beat on this car so bad. In fact, we beat on it so bad that it would still survive like Tina Turner. That's not a Tina Turner song, come on. But you know what I mean? Like I beat Tina, that kind of shit, these jokes. Or like Whitney Houston, Pam Anderson, Rihanna. It's a really problem with our society that there's so many answers to this joke. You know what I mean? I'm just looking to you, society. Clean that up. But, yeah, so we'd smash that car up and down I-5, and then my wife smashed it right into someone's rear end. And that's not a joke, and it's not sexual either. She fucking blasted that thing. But then we sold it for $300. So, it turns around. But and that's what I mean. The moral of this whole story, though, is that when you see a car in a yard, then you can think, people like me think one man's trash is another man's treasure. You don't want to judge a book by its cover, right? And sometimes something that doesn't seem very good has a lot to offer, like me. But also sometimes something that looks like a piece of shit is just a piece of shit. So, take your pick. Thanks. I'm Brandon. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. That was a little bit longer set. Like I said, I'm still working out a lot of stuff on it. Plus, there's not really a big lineup of people waiting. There's 2 of you, I think it is.
What's the list say?
So we're going to go right down the list in order.
In order?
Yep. Next on the list. Next on the list, everybody. Give it up for the lovely, lovely Lilia, everybody. Give it up for her.
Maybe a little taller.
Could you lower it for her? God, what a prick.
Get her a
What the
jetpack.
fuck? You guys are so damn tall. I went on a date a while back with this cop in Forks.
Oh, which one?
Do you know him?
I probably do.
His name's Will.
What's his last name? I know the last name.
I can't
Now we're
fucking
getting
dox
specific.
him.
This is live stream. Don't forget.
Dox him.
I bet his last name's
It's not gonna be hard.
Dude,
You Pull Over.
Yeah, he's the bald one.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Small
fuck.
dick,
I'm gonna
big
get in
gun.
trouble for this
Is
shit.
he tall as the mic stand? Describe him a little bit more.
A little bit, yeah. He's actually like kind of right. You guys are gonna get me in trouble. Anyways, oh fuck, I don't know if I can tell this story now.
Sure you can.
Okay, fuck.
Nobody's watching the live stream. It's
Okay,
just us.
shit.
All right.
Okay.
Except for the 5 of you. Thank you.
And I say fuck the police all the time.
Well, I mean, it was a little different, but we're not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there, guys. So we went on this road trip to Seattle. I drove at like 3 o'clock in the morning. We got to Des Moines and and fucking got a hotel room. And like, he didn't want to do anything. This motherfucker just wanted to go to Chick-fil-A and the market and then go home. Like, I was like, why did we come all the way out here to not do anything? I was like, we could have gone to fucking like Linwood and gotten fucking Chick-fil-A, dude. But I was like kind of on the fence about him, just because he was really wishy-washy. And after this trip, I had decided that I wasn't going to see him anymore because of we played 2 songs in my car. 2 fucking songs in my car. And one of them, I shit you not, the like hook of the rap was, I thought I saw a butterfly. I'm not fucking kidding, dude. Like, it took me aback. I was like, you were just in a fucking gunfight, dude, and this is the shit that you listen to? And, yeah, it was like, I thought I saw a butterfly. I used to do hopscotch on the playground. I can't even fucking take it seriously. And the other one was a Charlie Kirk tribute rap. And like, this isn't me being political. Like, if someone did a tribute rap and was like, I am Ruth Bader Ginsburg, like, I would think it was pretty fucking wild too. So that's when I was like, okay, I can't take this man seriously anymore. So I broke shit off. I couldn't do it. Anyways, I went to a work dinner tonight, and I ended up laughing so hard that I spit on the table. It was really bad. My coworker almost poked my boob and kept trying to poke my boob throughout the night. He is also, he's gay, by the way, to preface this. This isn't sexual harassment, I promise. And it's not sexual harassment because I like it. Anyways, but he's the one who put a shake well before you sticker on my ass one day at work. And yeah. My other coworker that was there, we sing to each other and we talk to each other solely in Catholic hymns while we're at work. So we'll be like, I'll be like, we've been trying to contact you about your car's extended warranty. Amen. And then my favorite that I do is, if a mine gave birth to twins, would her pussy be considered a clown car? Amen. And so it was wild. I realized that I only talk about dick about 25% less at work than I do in every other situation. And everybody was loving it. I was talking about selling feet pictures online. Haven't done it yet, but if I start to hate my job more, I just might. So be on the lookout, motherfuckers. $50 a pop. Yeah, it was just a really fun time. And I took this picture where I made a face going, and apparently my coworker thought it was great for it to be sent to the entire group chat. So now it's going to be the screensaver on all of our monitors at work next week. So that's going to be fun for me. Anyways, thanks for letting me talk about random bullshit. Have a good night.
Oh yeah, keep going for Logan, everybody. Uh-oh. I'm going to research who this guy is. He's going to be in trouble tomorrow morning. So right up. Going to sign up, are you? We got a sheet right here. Because we've got to sign up right next. We've got the lovely, lovely Cody, everybody. Give it up for Cody, everybody.
Right back I go.
Woo, come on, give it up for Cody.
It's hard keeping the 3 watching. Anyway, welcome everybody. I wasn't here last week, neither were you, but that's okay. What are we doing? What's going on?
Nothing. I love it. No, it's great.
Oh, you got to see the picture. You know, okay.
I can't.
He knew who he was.
It wouldn't have been that impressive.
You're the same kind of guy in his shoes. Anyway. So yeah, I wasn't here last week. I was the designated driver for my buddy. It was his birthday. Yep. And thank you. Someone supports responsibility. But you know, I've known him forever, and he had always, every once in a while, his birthday lands on Martin Luther King Day. Or as he likes to say, when it does land on his birthday, James Earl Ray Day. He's kind of got a point there. I mean, like he says, hey, we don't have a Jesse James Day, do we? We don't have an Al Sharpton Day. I was like, okay, fair enough. But anyway, but I noticed that day, I mean, it's pretty sad though. He only gets 1 day. Martin Luther King gets 1 day. And then the Sharks get a whole week on Discovery. Is that because they're great whites?
Oh, fuck.
Okay, yeah, so, but could be, I don't know. Anyway, so it was fun at work. It's amazing how much I can learn at work, how much, like French, I learn at work. I don't speak much, but I learned what Grand Tetons stands for in French, which is big tits. Yeah, it's true. I looked at it, I went, I'll be damned. So, yeah. Bless America, right? So, but, what?
Where do you work?
I work at Thurman's. Yeah. That explains it, doesn't it?
A
So,
lot of people talking about the Grand Tetons in third.
yeah, well, the guy comes in and he's got a buffalo hat that's got like the sunset on there. Of course, the Bills were still in the playoffs at the time, and they wouldn't be this far along in the playoffs, that's for sure, ever. But I said, oh, Bills fan. And then he said, no, it's my Grand Teton hat. And then he explained it's big titties in French. So I was like, oh, interesting. But the other thing I liked was I was stocking shelves, and one of the brands, it had not only in English, but the other side of the box had French. And it's a 6-inch plug, or 6-inch tee with a plug. And so as I'm putting it away on the French side, I noticed it's 6-inch tee with a tampon. I went, I'll be damned. Tampon's a blood plug. That's pretty cool. So it is, yeah. Think about it. That's what it's for. So anyway, my wife says I do spend too much time at work, which I'd probably have to agree with her. But she's like, why always have your work pants on? Why don't you take your work pants off? And I said to her, I said, honey, if I take my work pants off, you're going to be too busy to do the things that you want to do tonight. So just, leave it alone. So anyway, she asked me again, and I said, fine. So I go in the bedroom, I take my pants off. About 20 minutes later, she comes in all dressed up in her lingerie, and she says, I'm ready to get busy. I said, well, there's the pile of dirty clothes. Do you always dress like that to do laundry? No, it is, isn't it? But at work, we sell all types of shit. But anyways, we have replacement element pans for your stove to cook on, and right there, right on the sticker, right above the UPC code, it says a women proudly own this company, something like that, women owned and proud. And my first thought was like, hey, whatever, experience, who knows oven better than me, so they should probably sell the males are laughing at that one. I didn't see a single smirk from a female. You giggled a bit, but actually I heard audible laughs from them. But okay. That's all you get for your 2-week pause there. So, because 7 days without comedy makes 1 week.
Woo, keep it up for Cody, everybody. Just coming through and just laying it down. Miss a week, you wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
All right, well, we got one more name on the sign-up sheet before we switch to the music, and it is Max, everybody. Give it up for Max. Woo.
You care if you're on the internet, on the live stream?
If I care if I'm on the internet live stream, do I give a shit?
I'm gonna take that as a no.
I don't need. Are we doing stand-up or are we doing guitar?
Just stand down.
Oh shit! Stand-up. Okay. Okay. Wow. Wow.
Way bigger.
Okay. How about you? Fuck it. I had a whole thing I had prepared, but you're very fun.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Who are you? What's your name?
I'm Lilia.
What's your name?
Lilia.
Lilia. We got Lilia here. Why are you here?
What? Well, you know, it's a
Yeah, I
funny
know,
thing.
but-
I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah.
And I'm not
just can't
anymore.
hear the
This
volume.
is where I used to drink. So there's a lot
You walked
of
off.
history.
This is Lily, the alcoholic who used to drink, and she doesn't drink anymore. Let's give her a round of applause. Every alcoholic in this goddamn fucking bar, give this woman a round of applause. All right, Lily,
Yes.
what do you do for work?
I'm a stoic. Why are you just getting right in my face there?
Be lucky it's a microphone.
Personal space, dude.
I'm a
Yeah,
sterile
let's back up just a touch.
You're a pharmacy technician. Okay.
So I make IVs.
She makes IVs. All right, that's fucking wonderful. That's good to work with. Hello, Nick Ross. Hello, Nick Ross. Let's give it up for Nick Ross. All right.
Yeah.
The knee pads are for nothing. It's because now I'm embarrassed about them. Yeah, no, I'm embarrassed about having knee pads here. But hold on. We'll get back to you. For now, we're dealing with Nick Ross.
Yeah.
Nick Ross, how are you doing tonight?
was doing okay.
I'm not going to say anything about knee pads.
He was doing okay until now. Nobody likes to be called, except for this guy. He would love to be called, and that's why I'm not going to call him. All right, so you do what?
I compound IV, so I'm in like a big metal box all day with syringes and.
All right, so it's very boring, but you work with people, right?
Not really. I'm not a very people-y person.
You're not a very people-y person. Okay, but you work with people every day, right?
Yeah, I work with like weird degenerates like myself.
Okay. You work with weird degenerates like myself. Those are her words, not mine. But so she works with weird degenerates like herself. What kind of weird degenerates? Just look around the room. What kind of people would you work with?
I have a gay coworker that I talked about earlier. He's my favorite person. And he likes to pretend to poke my boob and also put stickers on my ass for some reason.
That's an appropriate word.
Okay. He's gay, it's fine. You know what? Hold on. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this whole fucking thing. I swear to fucking God. It's gay, it's fine. It's gay, it's fine. It's gay, it's not fine. It's not fine.
You'll laugh when you see their butts too.
Sure, but.
Butt stuff. That's pretty gay.
That was too easy.
It was a little too easy, but also you just made my brain go way crazy. Hold on, give me a second. Give me a fucking second. Let's talk about this. All right, so.
I'm not even in the front row.
Doesn't matter. Oh.
How would you hold the microphone?
Are we here?
First?
Are we here? Hey. Hi. How are you? All right, so let's talk about some weird shit. Who's been watching the news? Anybody?
I've heard some things, but no.
No?
No, I don't like it.
You don't like it.
I don't like it.
You don't like the news. Does anybody like the news that's been happening? Anybody? No?